Grandmaster Adams, what brings you back to Fort Tarsis?
I've got a job for you. One that requires both speed and discretion.
I don't suppose this job has anything to do with the weird-looking sky we've had lately?
As a matter of fact,
All right, give me the details.
our best intel says it's the Dominion at work.
Please tell me they're not making another Heart of Rage.
And we don't know what they're doing. Yet. That's where you come in.
Speed and discretion.
I've got the location of a camp for you. Get in, find out what they're doing, shut it down, and fast.
I'm on it.
Good. And come back alive, freelancer?
Awakening Grandmaster Adams.
Where am I headed?
You should have the location Corvus gave me now.
You really think the Dominion is behind whatever's happening to the sky?
If I were a betting man, I'd put money on it. Corvus is reporting increased troop movements. Camps all over the region setting up strange devices. Small-scale experiments with Shaper energy going awry all across Bastion. They're up to something.
I didn't want to say this in the fort, but you don't think it could be the Urgoth, do you? There was that scout you showed me, but still don't know how many of them are in Bastion or where they are.
You never told me anything about any Urgoth.
I didn't want to freak you out.
Anything's possible. But there's so much Dominion activity right now, I have to believe they're involved.
Found the place, but it's been trashed. It's crawling with outlaws.
We can't have Dominion tech falling into outlaw hands. We have to clear them out.
Outlaws couldn't have taken out a camp of armed Dominion soldiers.
Yep, someone else had to clear the camp before the outlaws found it.
I'm detecting an active radio transmitter nearby. Let's take a look. This radio is transmitting a recorded distress call. That's promising.
Doesn't look like help ever arrived.
I can track the signal to its destination. Should we find out who they were calling? You should hear this transmission. Playing it now.
The Spirit found us. Do not send aid. Do not go to the rendezvous. Hide the device and run.
That's not a distress call. It's a warning.
Sounds to me like Corvus missed something big. What's the spear?
That's question one. Question two is, what device are they talking about? Inside is sealed. Can't get in.
Something went wrong here, and I want to know what it was.
I'm picking up nearby energy signatures. Generators guarded by turrets. You'll have to take down the defenses to shut off the barrier. This is strange. Why would they abandon the camp and leave turrets and beasts behind? That did it. The shield is down.
Search the camp, see if you can find any sign of what's going on.
We've got a data archive. Opening it now. Plans and schematics for... This looks a lot like the device the Dominion set up at the Cenotaph.
Well, that's bad.
moment. It's a series of coordinates, locations where this device was held. They seem to keep it on the move. This might be what we're looking for.
What's in it?
Coordinates. A secure location to hide the device.
Then let's go unsecure it.
I've been thinking about that name. The Spear. I wonder.
What is it, Grandmaster?
The Spear fits the pattern of Dominion call signs.
Like the Monitor. You think his replacement's here to take command of the troops in Bastion?
That radio message was terrifying. I don't think they're happy about the new management.
Okay, looks like we finally found some soldiers.
Are they fighting against each other?
Negotiations are over. We have company.
Reinforcements incoming. I'm detecting gates everywhere.
Who here wants to tell me about the device? Anybody?
I want at least one of these traitors alive for questioning. Kill the freelancer. Alpha team found the device. All units, recruit and defend it.
This is glitched. Where are they going?
Based on their trajectory and the radio signal they received, I think I've got their destination.
Follow them. You know the drill.
Am I the only one confused about Dominion troops fighting each other?
It's not just you.
Corvus has always said that Dominion treats their own people worse than their enemies. Didn't really think that might be true until now.
Feels like a trap.
Try to get a look at what they're doing. Don't get yourself killed.
Understood. They really are fighting each other, aren't they?
This place is overrun with Dominion troops.
Any sign of the device they're protecting?
Not yet. Maybe further in.
If I can get past the soldiers, I'll look for it.
Hold this position. We defend Harker's device at all costs.
You're clear.
Hurry! We can't let them create another Heart of Rage.
Already on it.
Freelancer. I was wondering if you'd show up. You're much too late. Harker is his device by now, and neither you nor the Rome's little pets will stop the Spear's apotheosis.
Did anyone bother to tell the Spear about what happened to the Monitor? No device can control the Anthem.
Vileprom is no weak cipher, easily distracted by the Anthem soul. Valkyries have focus, discipline. Vara will be the one to save us all. In Vara's name, I will take you down.
alive in there.
What are you doing in that cage?
The Valkyries are collecting every officer who was under the Monitor's command. I surrender. Anything you want to know, I'll tell you. Just don't leave me for Varabrom and her people.
Grandmaster, looks like I'm bringing you a present.
Just what I always wanted. Good work, freelancer. I'll get Corvus to talk to your friend. Coming back.
How's our little Dominion friend?
Unfortunately, he can't tell us where the spear is, but he had plenty of other worrying news. Dr. Harkin is back.
One of the Valkyries I fought mentioned that name.
Harkin entering the picture makes a lot of things clear and more urgent. He set off the cenotaph 10 years ago, leveling Freemark. He should have died with the city. If he's here now,
He's going to start another cataclysm.
that's the bad news. The good news is that a force like the one this spear is leading is too large to keep hidden. Now that we know what we're looking for, Corvus will pick up their trail. And then, we'll have Harkin and this Valkyrie.
I hope you're right.
So do I. Keep all this quiet for now. I'll be in touch once we find something.
While we've got a minute, there's an augur who's set up shop in the market. It might be worth taking a look. You can't buy Arcanist goods just anywhere, you know.
Hey, hello. Welcome.
Hi, what's all this? They sent me to check out your store.
Fantastic. Come on in. Don't be shy. I'm Herschel. Let me tell you the marvelous things I have today.
Did you lift your visor, Herschel? Hard to trust a merchant I can't look in the eye.
Eyes.
Sorry?
Eyes. I currently have more than I should, than I had originally. Visor down is best. Trust me. Now, what can I show you?
Wait, how does someone grow extra eyes?
Shaper accident. Occupational hazard. At last count, I had 5. However, I've recently developed a blinking sensation on the back of my head. It's a little embarrassing, truth be told. A hit to the old reputation.
Your reputation as...
As a seller of unique and fabulous high-quality Arcanist authenticated goods. So, tell me, what can I put you in today? New helmet? Weapon? Slacks?
Who's your friend here? Is he for sale?
His name is Kit, and he is not for sale. He is, in fact, my boss. Was my boss. Was my, boss. Actually, my mentor, really, who has, through the awesome mysteries of the Anthem, been turned into that. A squishy, smelly thing.
That's terrible.
We were experimenting with a relic, and blammo! When the smoke cleared and I was finally able to focus my extra eyes, there was Kit. Except, well, you can see. Hopefully it's temporary, although it has been a while.
So this little guy here is really your boss. You sure?
His notebook was intact, and he was perched upon it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sadly, we weren't very close. Although I held him in high regard. He could be a rather cruel master.
That's too bad.
Yes, thank you. But he did save my life once. So, down to business. I have many unique and fantastic items. Arcanist authenticated, special, like you. Come. Have a look. I'll walk you through it.
Grandmaster, I take it you've got a lead for me?
Corvus scouts spotted the Arcanist Dr. Harkin in a Shaper ruin not far from the Fortress of Dawn.
What about the Valkyrie leader who was with him? The Spear, Varabrom.
No sign of her yet, but we should act now. Harkin's too dangerous to lose.
Call me paranoid, but it really sounds like the Doctor is being used as bait for a trap.
Halleck's rubbing off on you. He said the same thing, which is why I'm organizing multiple freelancer squads to hit this ruin. If it's a trap, we're springing it and stealing the bait.
You really want this guy?
I was in Freemark when the Dominion attacked.
Then let's go get him.
Javelin systems look good. Linking in the Grandmaster.
All right, freelancers, listen up. You'll be heading to the last known location Corvus has for Dr. Harkin. You'll approach from opposite directions. Your ciphers are forwarding you strike locations now.
Any sign of the spear?
Not yet, so be extremely cautious.
Coordinating with Team 2 now. I've linked in their cipher, so you should all be able to hear one another.
All right, Team 1. Who's up for some sexy danger?
Hey, Rive. Ready to kick some Dominion ass?
You know it, Big Star. Just got some shiny new Javelin boots just for the occasion.
Hey, we're coming up on some kind of Dominion camp.
Right. Kick ass now, chat later.
The rest of Team 1 just reached the site. It's quiet, but I'm picking up a very faint signal of some kind. Can you investigate? Remember how you thought this was a trap?
Yes.
You were right. Multiple Dominion energy signatures just gated in. I've never seen a grounder field this large before. The machine itself must be underground.
Hey, Big Star. A whole bunch of the Dominion we're fighting just gated out. Might be headed your way.
Are you alright?
I'll be fine as soon as I find whoever keeps shooting rockets at me.
Now's your chance to make a push for the ruin.
You still think Harkin might be in there?
Talico here, Cypher for Team 2. I've detected Shaper energy underground.
The ruin's waking up?
Or someone's waking it up.
It's Harkin.
On my way.
I was right. The ruin has been activated.
How's Team 2 doing?
Oh, sorry, there was a lot of swearing, so I muted them temporarily. Reconnecting.
Right, Jack? You there?
Oh, yeah, we are.
We took out the Dominion ambush, but our Cypher's picking up more in the pass we came in through.
You need help?
No, but they sure will. We're in pursuit. We'll meet you on the way out of the ruin, Big Star.
The team's found what I think is the grounder.
You think?
I've never seen one like this before. They've added more security measures, I think. They're cycling between emitters. You'll have to get all of them to shut it down. Field's at half power. You've got it. One more should bring it down. Get to the last emitter. The field's down. Good work.
Hey, Big Star. We just found a whole bunch of Dominion Striders. When we get out of this, we're having drinks.
Making a round on us.
You guys okay?
Yeah. Getting real tired of these stonking huge brutes, so...
Shaper energy just spiked.
You better find Harkin fast.
This is the energy source.
Any idea what the Dominion are doing here?
Wait, something just turned on. You need to find Harkin. Fast.
Faye, what's our status? I can't get to Harkin.
Energy is continuing to spike. Harkin's shield is drawing power directly out of the ruin itself. Whatever he's doing is a problem. Destroy those crystals to shut it down. Those Valkyries, the devices, and the ruin are all in some kind of circuit.
Are you telling me to shoot the Valkyries?
They did shoot at you first.
Stand fast. We must not fail the spear. For Valra. For the Dominion.
Hey, Big Star. You okay down there? Calico says there's a cataclysm forming.
Not for long, there isn't. Harkin is here. How are things on your end?
The Dominion had fallback positions throughout the pass. Emphasis on had.
Grab Harkin as soon as it drops.
Faye, what's happening? Where's Harkin?
Harkin just gated out. Oh no. The cataclysm he was forming collapsed, and now the ruin is in some kind of feedback loop.
That sounds bad.
Run.
Let's not do that again.
I detected a gate tearing open near Team 2.
We're going to check it out. Might be reinforcements arriving. We'll keep you posted.
You know that gate that opened up here? It's inside a Strider cabin.
Harkin gated directly into a Strider? He's insane.
I think we already knew that. Can you catch the Strider Team 2?
Working on it. Could use some more freelancers up here.
Headed your way.
We're at the Strider.
It's down.
Harkin gate out of there.
Not if you pull him out of the cabin first.
I owe you one.
They got in the battery. Could use a hand getting them off it.
Zoe will have my hide for this.
You get the full crowd up, Team 1. We'll keep them off you as much as we can.
Hit the relays. I'll make sure to divert the power so it only goes to the Strider Bay doors.
I suppose you can hurry it up a bit. There's an awful lot of Dominion down here.
Doors are powered. Go help Wraith and Jack before they get flattened.
Where did the Dominion get these things? Think I dented Nelly on its backside. Thanks, Ixar. Thanks, Ixar.
Thanks.
There's no need for any further unpleasantness. I surrender.
Grandmaster, we've got him.
I've been waiting for this day for 10 years. Nice work, freelancers.
Don't know about the rest of you, but I could use a drink.
Well, several drinks. Maybe a pint. Yeah, let's go home.
Thank you for coming.
You said Harkin wants to talk to me?
I dislike the precedent this sets. Prisoners do not make demands of fort residents.
Time is of the essence, Commander. We didn't have a choice.
No, you really didn't.
All right, Doctor, I'm here. What did you want to tell me?
You're carrying a lot of tension, freelancer. If you don't learn to relax, you will ruin your health.
If that's all you wanted, we're done here.
Now that's just sad. Your stodgy betters have rubbed off on you. Do you really want to wind up like Vul here?
You have 2 minutes, Doctor. Whatever you wanted to say it now.
Patience is a virtue, Commander. Just look at the poor Monitor for that lesson. With our borders under attack, he was sent to weaponize the cenotaph. But he just couldn't wait for us. And now Vara's made the same brash mistake. Lancers are so hasty. I blame the Jets.
Vara's trying to weaponize another Shaper relic?
Oh yes, without a cipher. Very poor choice, but she just wouldn't wait for another Monitor to arrive. She has convinced her Valkyries that she can control the Cataclysm through sacrifice. Her sacrifice. She is prepared to give her own life for the Dominion, to stop the Urgoth attacks and reshape the world.
That didn't work for the Monitor. Why would it work for her?
Oh, it won't. But she won't hear it. She's already begun activating the relic. You've seen the result.
The storm on the horizon.
What you call a storm is a solid wall of Shaper energy, with no way in or out.
All right, that could be a problem.
Lucky for you, I was working on a solution when you interrupted me. A gating device.
Gates? Like the ones the Dominion use? The ones that send different soldiers out that went in?
This one is much more stable, I assure you. I was planning to use it myself, after all. But what's a little irrevocable transformation compared to the end of the world? The egress is your only hope. Bring me what I need to build it, and you can get to Vara. Sound fair?
You'll get your materials.
He can't be allowed to have tools or equipment of any kind without supervision.
Surely your good sentinels are up to the task of guarding one poor Arcanist, Commander.
Why do I think we're going to regret this?
Connection established. Adams gave me a list of... Wait. This can't be right. According to this, we'll need a Shaper relic, crystals from a bristleback, and a Dominion translator. Sending you possible coordinates for a bristleback. I'm still working on the rest. Lincoln in Harkin.
They let him out of his cell for this.
No, just gave him a link. That's still too much if you ask me.
Freelancer, isn't it exciting to be working together? I'm looking forward to this. By the way, I also need you to bring me a pneumatic leg from an Iskari.
An Iskari leg? Why?
It's an important part of the design. Just the leg. I certainly can't use the rest of it.
Right. Hey, got Ursix here. Multiple Ursix.
I'm detecting a bristleback as well. Get rid of these two, and maybe that will draw it out.
One down. Where's that bristleback, Faye?
Found it. It's not too far away, and only one this time.
Something tells me one doesn't exactly mean easy. Okay, Faye. Technically there's only one, but it's big enough to count as two. At least. Maybe three.
Bristlebacks are fascinating creatures, aren't they? Their migrations in the north are quite...
Shut up, Harkin. Faye?
Don't panic. You fought Titans. You can handle this.
Not the crystals.
Excellent. I found our next target. There are scars nearby, and a lot of Shaper energy. It's fair to say they're tampering with a relic.
That sounds fascinating. I want to hear all the details when you get back.
There's definitely a relic in here. That's the good news.
Do I want to know the bad news?
The closer we get, the more scar signatures I detect.
How interesting. I wish I could see this.
Found the relic, Faye. It's about 1 moment from going critical. What are the scars doing with it?
What do scars do with anything? Just get it away from them, fast.
Hey, what's the big energy field thing?
That'll mess with your Javelin's cargo.
Now that's interesting. Those fields are Dominion technology. Did the scars steal it or mimic it, I wonder?
Relic fragment lost. That field just stripped it off your Javelin. Relic secured. With this level of Scar coordination, you can bet on his Scar eyes directing them. Detecting what might be in his Scar eye farther in. Might be best to clear this lot out first.
Got it.
There's our Scar eye. A veritable array of pneumatic legs to choose from.
Just what I wanted.
Excellent. Just the translator left. And I think I might have found one. I've located a Dominion gate device for the translator, but be careful. It's on the edge of a conjunction.
A conjunction?
Don't worry about it yet. You might not have to go inside.
Quick question before I reach the translator. What exactly is a translator? I've never heard of it before.
They're components for the gate devices the Dominion use.
The translator is responsible for connecting two non-continuous regions together.
Right. It's part of a gate device, which is what I just said.
Okay, all I really needed to know was don't blow up the gate device, but the rest is helpful.
Be careful. You're approaching the conjunction. Visibility is going to be poor.
I noticed the change in the weather. I'm here, Faye. How do I find the translator?
Take it one thing at a time. The crystals are your top priority. Destroy them to access the gate.
On it.
Focus your fire on the crystals. If you don't disable that gate, the Dominion will use it to bring in reinforcements.
But why can't I access the gate? All the crystal anchor things are gone.
I'm detecting more underground. They're growing.
Using crystal formations as anchors was a poor choice. They scatter energy in unpredictable ways.
Look out! We've got Furies inbound. They're resonating with the crystals.
What do I get the feeling that's bad?
I told you using crystals was messy. Furies are not very stable. The effect on them will be interesting.
The crystals are exploding.
What an exciting side effect. I must write this down. If my former colleagues were going to try to replicate my work, you'd think they would be more cautious.
Your work? You built this thing?
Hardly. This, my dear freelancer, appears to be a larger, cruder form of the egress I'm designing. Var tampered with the relic too early and left much of her forces trapped outside the energy wall. They're simply trying to get inside to reach her, just like you.
Focus on disabling the gate's anchors. The gate's locate the translator now. That's everything on Harkin's list. Let's get you back and put him to work.
Music to my ears, Faye. This has been so much fun. I feel like part of the team.
This device better work, Harkin.
I even got your damn Scar Eye link. You actually did that? Wonderful. I only asked to see if you go through with it. What?
Are you afraid?
Why would I be?
The monitor.
Was corrupted by the Anthem. I will not have that problem. Remember, I do this not for myself, but for you and all of Stralheim. For Stralheim! Might separates the weak from the worthy. Only the strong can provide order. Only the strong can provide order.
Vara!
Stay back! Order is the path to peace!
Heard thunder. Is, everything okay?
Well, nothing could ruin this view. Freelancer. He's gone. Harkin's escaped.
Well, this has turned into an interesting morning. Go with Vul. I'll update Adams on the storm.
Oh, hello. You wanna come in now? Okay. Well, I have some funny news. 1 minute he was there, and then poof, he was gone. And yes, I know how crazy that sounds, but
Have you tried one of these? They are delicious.
Sentinel Bryn, secure the prisoner.
Oh. Oh.
How did you get out?
And why did you come back?
The truth is, I could have left at any time, so the how is inconsequential. You don't have to do this. This isn't necessary. Look, I chose to stay here because I want to help. You can trust me. Feel better?
much.
Stay in your cell and don't cause trouble.
Couldn't help but notice the forecast while I was out and about. Stormy. With a chance of doom.
Talk, quickly.
Vara started the Cataclysm.
Gathered that much. You're supposed to be working on a device to get me inside, not pulling stunts.
You mean the egress? I finished that hours ago. Go check my workbench.
Yeah, could have just said so.
I could have, yes. Attach it to the Dawn Shield. There's no way of knowing what you'll face inside, but the egress will get you in and out of the Cataclysm.
According to you.
Well, I'm all you've got.
You're early. I didn't know I had a schedule to follow.
I thought you would wait at least another day before coming to see me. Why so eager?
I've been hearing stories about you for years, Doctor. You started the Heart of Rage.
And you finished it.
You know who I am?
Of course I do. Lancers fly, engineers build, and Arcanists. Arcanists study, my friend. Knowledge is life.
You must have been inches from the cenotaph when the Cataclysm began. How did you survive?
How did you? Don't you ever wonder? You didn't reach the cenotaph on your first trip into Freemark. But you got close. Closer than any other living being. Drowning in the Anthem until all the ciphers of your expedition went mad. But you survived. Unchanged. Or so everyone believes. I wonder if the same little freelancer who flew into that storm came out again.
Tell me about Vara Brahm.
No. That's the wrong question.
I didn't follow your schedule or your script. Maybe you should learn to communicate better.
Much better. You don't care about Vara Brahm, not really. No more than you cared about the Monitor. Did you know his name was Armus Brahm? Yes, Vara's brother. He was the pride and joy of Stroheim, you know?
I don't get the impression that Vara feels a lot of pride or joy in her brother.
Above all else, Vara loves the Dominion and the Lancer Code. She can never forgive him for failing them. Our time is nearly up. I hear the good Sentinel's coming to end our visit. So I'll leave you with a question to ponder, dear freelancer. Why did Grandmaster Adams send you to get me? Why do you suppose he didn't undertake a mission so close to his heart himself? We will talk later, I'm sure.
Don't move. The reality around you hasn't stabilized yet.
Did I mention I hate using the egress?
The Cataclysm is consuming reality all around you. If you stay here too long, you'll be next.
This place looks so normal. I don't know why, but that creeps me out.
Oh, it's definitely creepy. It's a new reality that's trying to replace our own. If it succeeds, Vara really could replace everything and everyone we know, and it would just be normal.
Hi there. Good to see you.
Excellent. The shield is down. The pocket of stable reality collapsed. Vara, or the Cataclysm, is still trying to keep it at bay. Vara must have felt that. All the energy around you just shifted.
Did you want to face me? Come, I'll grant your wish.
Fiancé stands before the might of the Dominion.
Sense a crystal up ahead.
This looks complicated. What's all this for?
The reality inside this cataclysm is incredibly unstable. I think Vara's made these things to just keep it all together.
So, shutting these down is making the storm less stable? Is that a good idea?
Yes. We want this reality to collapse. If it doesn't, it will displace our entire world. We're going to need more echoes to expose the crystal. They must be here somewhere. That device, I think it was made to hold an echo. crystals open. No more crystal. Vara will feel that.
Persistent, but stupid. You wanted my attention. Now you have it.
Stability increased. This seems to be a small pocket of stability. You can recover from the storm in here. I'm detecting a Shaper relic in pieces here.
A cataclysm starting inside a cataclysm?
There's no sign of one. I suspect Vara doesn't know much about silencing relics. It's not what she does.
But the Dominion does break and manipulate relics all the time.
In Vara's mind, messing up a relic is how you get results. Silence it to end whatever she started here.
There's an energy beam here.
That beam does a lot of damage. We'll have to shut down that field to get the relic fragments out. The crystal's open. And you're done here. Ready to move on?
You want to face me? Very well. I'll be waiting.
Get to safety. Your stability level is lethal.
You obey my will!
You're down to 5 minutes before that reality ceases to exist.
Need some help? Nice one. Thanks. Down. Faye, how do I silence this cataclysm?
I don't understand it. If Vara's controlling the Cataclysm, it should have stopped. Or at least weakened. But nothing seems to have changed.
So now what?
This reality is still unstable and about to collapse. Come back to the fort before you get caught in it. We can plan our next step there.
All right, Harkin, what's going on? I killed Vara.
And the storm abides. Fascinating, isn't it?
You told me Vara Brahm was the heart of the Cataclysm. Why is it still alive when she's dead?
I realize this is not obvious to most people, my dear freelancer, but Arcanists are not born with answers. We experiment, we study, and there we find the truth. In this matter, you will have to think like an Arcanist and not a Lancer. Investigate the Cataclysm. Study it.
You want me to go back in?
You didn't expect this to be easy, did you? Learn about the storm, and perhaps we will find a way to silence it for good.
Dr. Harkin.
My dear freelancer. Just couldn't stay away, I see. You walked through the market on your way here, didn't you? The scent of apples still clings to you.
Tell me about your background, Doctor. I've seen your old testing ground for the device you used on the Cenotaph. How does an Arcanist start studying cataclysms? It seems like a hard subject to locate, much less examine.
Do you think so? Perhaps you simply don't know how to look for them.
Giant world-changing events are hard to miss.
Are you sure about that, my friend? Think it through. Reality is whatever is in front of you right now. If it was different an hour ago, would you realize it? How many times have you silenced a relic on the fort's very doorstep, and no one knew? The Anthem creates reality all around us. Cataclysms are simply smaller realities it's built. Temporary ones. Have you thought about my question from last time?
Why Grandmaster Adams sent me to capture you instead of going himself?
Do you have the answer?
He was at Freemark when the Heart of Rage opened. He probably thought he'd shoot you on sight.
Yes, the Cenotaph left a wound, didn't it? Everyone who tangled with it still seems to be bleeding somewhere.
Except you.
Oh, my encounter with the Cenotaph was very different. It made me a better man, you see.
Better, really? You don't seem that improved to me. Weren't you helping Vara start another cataclysm?
You seem easily confused, my friend. I am helping you to stop her. Come see me again later. I do enjoy our little chats. My dear freelancer, don't you have a cataclysm to silence? To what do I owe this pleasure?
Twice now you've built things to work with my Dawn Shield. First the egress, now this attenuator. Except you've never seen the Dawn Shield.
The Dominion has many agents in Bastion, my friend. And you've been the subject of great curiosity to many of the powers in the North.
Even if a spy were ogling my javelin right now, that wouldn't explain you building for a part you haven't seen.
Interesting, isn't it? I must have had detailed schematics of the seal to study at some length. A seal your team haphazardly cobbled together 5 minutes before rushing into the Heart of Rage. It's a fascinating device. Do you know even half of what it truly does? You should find out. I'm afraid this will be our last chat, my friend.
Why do you say that?
As my usefulness here comes to an end, I believe the wheels are turning for me to move onwards. Our acquaintance has been enlightening. I look forward to seeing you again. Now go. You mustn't keep poor Vara waiting.
This looks like a military base.
Be a great spot if not for the constant storm.
The beach, the base, even the soldiers are creations of the Cataclysm. I wonder what will happen to all this once we silence it.
Only one way to find out.
Get ready. The Guardian is here. The console is locked. Someone here must have a key for it. That did it. The whole Cataclysm reacted.
Did you want to face me? Come, I'll grant your wish.
My dear freelancer, so good to see you again.
You said you had some idea about silencing Vara's Cataclysm?
I do remember saying that, yes, but I was mistaken.
Mistaken, right.
In my defense, freelancer, Vara did plan to use her own body as the focus of the Cataclysm. It never occurred to me that she might give the honor of sacrifice to another.
What are you saying? Vara isn't the heart of the Cataclysm?
Indeed, she is not. Which is why her death does not silence the relic. Her spear was the sacrifice. It holds the reality inside the Cataclysm open, and only its destruction will close it.
Vara's spear? The one that's stuck inside a giant impenetrable crystal? That spear?
Yes. Fascinating, isn't it? The Cataclysm is protecting it, keeping itself in this world.
How do I kill it?
The crystal is the key, of course. It resonates with a small part of the Anthem. It's been growing inside the Cataclysm for some time. There should be plenty to gather. Bring me enough samples, and I should be able to construct something that will disrupt its resonance.
And disrupting it will do what exactly?
It's an experiment, my dear freelancer. We won't know until you try. But it should allow you to reach the spear. Pull it from the echo receptacle, and then we will see, won't we?
Gate pad located. I'm detecting a Shaper relic in pieces here.
A cataclysm starting inside a cataclysm?
There's no sign of one. I suspect Vara doesn't know much about silencing relics. It's not what she does.
But the Dominion does break and manipulate relics all the time.
In Vara's mind, messing up a relic is how you get results. Silence it to end whatever she started here. You're close to another crystal.
What's that smell?
Superheated sulfuric acid. This is already not my favorite place.
You think Vara made this spot just to get back at us?
Wouldn't put it past her. That's it. The plates have activated an emitter, and that beam is powering something on the other side.
You'll never reach the spear alive.
Found a crystal of some kind.
That's done it. The crystal's vulnerable now. No more crystal. Nicely done.
Here I am, freelancers. Let's finish this.
I took a barrier down nearby. should be able to try for the crystal. We've got a clear shot at the crystal. It's down. Well done.
Here I am, freelancers. Let's finish this.
You know, I always look forward to your visits, my dear freelancer.
Is the device ready?
Oh, yes. It's an attenuator for the Anthem of Creation. Perhaps my best work to date. Activated by your Dawn Shield, it will weaken reality within the Cataclysm. Enough for you to reach the spear.
Weaken reality? Why does this sound dangerous and terrible?
Oh, to the Cataclysm it is. For you, not so much. Remember that this Cataclysm, this new reality, wants to survive. It will supplant your reality given the chance. Better not to give it that chance, don't you agree?
So I just have to go in and grab the spear, and that'll silence the storm?
I would expect that Vara and the Cataclysm will do everything they can to stop you. Deal with her first, and you should have little difficulty with the rest of the experiment. Now, aren't you glad you had my help? What would you have done without me, I wonder?
It's over, Vara.
Might separates the weak from the worthy. The weak from the worthy. The weak from the worthy.
You might need a new motto. That one hasn't served you well.
Harkin told me I'd bring order. Sacrifice. That's all I had to do. Sacrifice. Lies. Lies! Lies!
What are you talking about?
I followed the plan. His plan!
What do you mean, his plan? Stay with me. Maybe I can help you.
You? Help me? You are just a puppet, blind to its own strings!
Harkin. You and I are gonna have a little chat. Harkin?
He cut his link. Halleck's gone to check on him.
Damn it. Alert Vool and the Sentinels. I'm on my way. He's gone, isn't he?
Commander Vool's searching the fort. If Harkin's around, we'll find him.
It's not your fault, Bryn.
Standing right outside his cell when we got your alert. He just vanished. But people can't really do that, right? Disappear at will.
Things I've seen, can't rule anything out. There was this one time.
Halleck?
Right. Another time.
Harkin left something for you. Guess you were his favorite.
Lucky me. Yeah, not eating anything you touched, Harkin.
Dearest Freelancer, apologies for leaving you in the lurch, but I overheard the charming commander's plan to send me to Anthem. And as lovely as Bastion's capital is this time of year, I'm a busy man. No time for sightseeing. Still, I couldn't leave without defending myself. Vara's accusations were hurtful. People are always quick to blame the Arcanist. But remember, I was essential to your success. Why would I help you stop a cataclysm I presumably planned? Nonsense. One day, you will need my help again. And I'll be there. That's just the kind of ally I am.
Slippery bastard.
The slipperiest.
You find him?
No. And I've already informed Tassin. She's displeased.
What else is new?
Well, don't worry. The Enclave, Sentinels, and Corvus are all on his ass.
We'll find him.
Question is, then what?